What's up, guys? Hey, welcome back. Hey, thought I'd do an April update for everybody because I have made some equipment changes and some livestock changes. So, well, let's get started. Let's get started with the big guy. I did get a blonde Naso Tang. I got a really good deal on her. She's very healthy. She's still got a few stress marks on there. She's only been in there a week. And that is the major change. I'm trying to remember because it's been a little bit. I want to say it's been about 3 weeks, but I did have a fox face in here, and he was in here for, I want to say, about 9 months. But about a month ago, I did notice he was picking at SPS like quite a bit. So my LFS said if I could catch him, they would give me some stored credit for him. So I did get lucky one afternoon and was able to kind of entice him towards the surface with some nori and scooped him right out. So I got him out of there. The Harlequin Tusk has been out of the tank for, I want to say, about 6 weeks now. So that has been a nice change for the tank. I've been able to add some smaller fish. What else have we got in here? I did add a diamond goby. He has been in here for 2 or 3 weeks now. And these little blue guys, I really can't recall the name right now, but they are they're timid, but they are pretty cool. They come out once in a while. So but basically, when I got the Harlequin Tusk out of here, I wanted to make some livestock changes, some of the fish that I've always wanted to get in here. There's something else I've added in here, and I can't. Oh, a green mandarin. Let me see if I can find him. Oh, there he is back there. Very healthy. Doing really, really good. And my yellow tang. So this guy, he's got a bunch of scars on him. We named him Scar for a reason. So his fin's all jacked up, and he's got like these, it's almost look like his skin's peeling, but it's been like that for a long time. So, but he's super healthy and doing great. So I was kind of, took a calculated risk this time. But I was confident in what I was doing, just to the fact that I do have a lot of tangs in here, but they're all different genus. So let's see, I have my sailfin Rico, who's a very good sized sailfin tang. I have my yellow-eyed coal tang, my blue hippo, my yellow tang, my Naso, my blonde Naso. And where did she go? I think she's hiding somewhere, which she never hides. Oh, there she is. And this is like the wild factor, the clown tang. Now, so far, everything is good. There has absolutely been zero aggression towards any of these tangs. They are very well fed. And they are different sizes. So I have had very good success in the past in mixing tangs. You know, the best way to do it is add them all at the same time, but obviously, you know, this tank's been up for a while, so that's really not possible. But everybody is doing very, very well. Only just there's a slight bit of aggression when the lights go down, and that's the only time. So they all swim together. You know, they all just destroyed the algae clip. That was a full sheet. So everybody's doing great. No complaints. Coral's growing, encrusting. What else did I do on here? Trying to remember. Let's go down below. The Chato, I ended up separating this off because this is actually another blonde Naso Tang I rescued from somebody. But she's doing better. but she is very, very thin. So hoping I can get her back to good health and find her a good home. Oh, so this guy back in the back. So that blue RO tubing going down from the valve there, that's my calcium reactor output. If any of you out there do struggle with low pH, I do recommend that you drip your calcium reactor output into some sort of bubbler, so it bubbles off any excess CO2. What I did was I ordered basically half of a media reactor and just filled it up with some what do you call it, the I'm trying to remember the brand, I can't think of it right now, but it's basically coral skeleton. So and then put a Lee's bubbler in the bottom with an airline tubing that goes outside. Works great. I've actually noticed a significant difference. So this room that this tank is in is sealed up pretty tight. So I was getting quite a bit of low pH, but I always have, since I started this tank, ran a skimmer line outside. But what I thought I would do to maybe improve things a little bit was run some CO2 media off of bulk resupply. So I threw that on there, and now my tank's peaking at like 8.35 and about 8.2 at night. So that's like almost your ideal range that you want to run it in. Excuse me. But I'm just running carbon, just your ROX carbon through a reactor. No GFO, no special like chemicals or additives. I still do run my UV just as a backup. I don't want my fish getting sick because I really can't quarantine my fish. So just having that added defense with a UV sterilizer is pretty reassuring. And then back there is my calcium reactor. This is actually an extra tank. This isn't really going to anything. I actually have a cabinet over here where my large calcium or my CO2 tank is. So I believe that's a 25-pound tank. That'll last me like 3 years. But what else is going on? I'll give you guys a shot. So this is my this is a media reactor, and I went ahead and put in the 1/2-inch quick connect fittings. So this is the tube from the outside, and then this is the tube that goes into the skimmer. So I get about a week's worth on this media, and it's white and then turns purple. The camera's showing it might look purple in the video, but I just changed it. It's white, but it's very clear when it turns. So let's see. So I have been thinking, I have this Skim CM122 calcium reactor. I have been thinking about upgrading that to the I believe they have the 152, because it's maxed out, I think, to the limit, because the majority of this tank is SPS, and it's pretty crazy how much calcium and alkalinity this tank consumes in one day. I actually dose 2-part calcium alkalinity, the bulk resupply, and right now with my calcium reactor output at about, I would say that's 3 drips a second, I'm dosing 75 mils of calcium alkalinity on top of that just to keep the level stable. So that's quite a bit. Now my goal is to actually, I just want to get it on one method. So with now adding that that bubbler in there, I believe I can turn that up to fully take on pretty much all the calcium alkalinity demands of the tank, and just use the 2-part for any fine-tune adjustments that I want to do. I mean, that's my ideal thing. So what else is going on? Oh, and I'm really thinking about setting up the doser, because I have a couple spare lines on magnesium, because this tank actually does consume a lot of magnesium. I would say about 20 ppm per week, so that's actually quite a bit. And I run my magnesium levels anywhere from like 1350 to 1400, so I actually just brought it up to about 1380, and I'll check it in a week or two, and then, you know, make an adjustment. But yeah, so I'm about to take off for vacation in like really early in the morning, because in Michigan the weather sucks. It snowed today, so it's freaking almost mid-April and it started snowing, so I'm getting the heck out of here for a week, and I got someone to take care of the tank. All I have to do is feed it. But there's always a little sort of feeling, you get that feeling, it's kind of nervous when you leave your tank, because you put so much time and effort into it. You don't want to come back and then things just destroyed. So but I'm confident. I mean, it pretty much runs itself. So, you know, just put some food, put the algae clips. And what I did is, as you can see, this algae clip, this is the 1/4 inch mesh that BRS sells for its tops. This stuff is actually quite useful. You can make a lot of good stuff out of this. I'll show you one of these that I kind of made. So this is 2 full sheets of nori, and then what I did on the sides is just, you know, zip tied together on the sides and fold it over on the bottom, and then the algae the clip just clips right on top, holds it in, and the fish just pick away at it. But it gives them something to do. When I put a sheet in there, they basically hang out at that clip until it's gone. So it's fairly useful, and, you know, it saves you time, you know, that you're putting a little bit of nori in there at the time. It gets kind of annoying. So but I made quite a few of these, so I'll be gone for 7-8 days. Let's see, 7 days. So I made 7 of them. Just put in one a day, and fish are nice and happy. So yeah, that's about it. Taking off here, new fish, and you know, kind of pushing the limits on that. But I did want to I wanted to vacate, if I could get a hold of them, is that yellow-eyed coal tang. That was actually the tang that I had in my frag tank, and I was kind of lazy. Instead of scooping them out when I tore down the frag tank, sending them back to the pet store, I just dumped them in here, and that was kind of dumb. I'm regretting that now. But I do want to get him out, and then I also want to get the flame angel. He's just a bully towards my smaller fish. He's never picked that coral, never touched it, but he's just an asshole, basically. He bullies the crap out of my small fish, and I'm just tired of it. So if I get my hands on him, he's gone. He doesn't nip at it. Well, I don't even call it if you could get to him, but he does chase him around the tank. So, but 6 tangs is a lot for this tank. But as long as you keep them well fed and they're, you know, different genus, you can get away with it, but just be cautious, because especially when they start growing, I got to keep an eye on the clown tang, because that is one of the most aggressive species of tang you can get. But other than that, everything's healthy, doing good. So I will see everyone in a week, and hope you enjoyed the video. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. See you later.